And we're live. All right, let me get set up here before people start joining. So if you are, what's up, Matthew? You're the first one here. So I'm gonna be unboxing these guys, these Neca Gamestop turtles. I've got all four of them, and I was going to do just a regular video on these, but I decided to do them live. So they are still. What's up, Narc? What's up, everyone? Let me pull up the chat here. I'm very unprepared right now, so let me do this. Pull up the chat. If I can find the damn thing. How's everyone going tonight? There it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn the volume down. There I am. There's the chat. Awesome. So the purpose of this live thing was for me to kill some time because Mrs. Cincy is currently in Dallas looking at a neighborhood that we're looking at. She's looking at a neighborhood down there in Dallas. Plus, she's there for work. So, I got some extra time. So I decided I was gonna do a video unboxing these, but I figured I'm just gonna do it live. And then talk about Star Wars Celebration because they just announced some more guests for Star Wars Celebration in Chicago in April. And then I guess answer any questions anyone has. So I kind of wanted to get back to doing more live streams because I feel that I haven't really done a lot of these recently. And I did one, what was it, Saturday night. Felt really good. I liked it, so I decided I'm going to do more. So, we have a little forum here. We have 36 people. Let's get the scissors out and unbox the first one. So what I'm planning on doing is to unbox one, show you the accessories, show you articulation, and then talk about other stuff like Celebration, answer any questions, talk chat, and then get back and do another one, so on and so forth. So I don't know, maybe like an hour, hour and 10, hour and 20, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. So what's up, everyone? Let me look at the chat, see who is here. Dying X, what's going on? Miguel Angel, what's going on? Rashad, what's up, man? Haven't talked to you in a while, Rashad. Narc, the man, hold on. Let me see. Narc, I just made you a mod. Hopefully, hopefully you don't mind. But I made Narc a mod. Everyone, check out Narc's footage from Toy Fair, his videos on his channel. Collector Kid 34 Boss, Sean Rose. Sean says don't do it. Are you saying don't do it to moving to Texas or don't do it, open these things? I'm going to open these things because they're going to make more. I know that they're probably fetching higher dollars on eBay right now. I don't care. I want to open these things. These things are freaking gorgeous. These things are amazing. So I'm going to open them. If you're saying don't do it to moving, we cannot pass down this potential opportunity that Mrs. Cincy's getting. So, and yeah. So I'm not sure what you're saying. Don't do it to Sean, but what's going on? Mike R510, Wally Hernandez, what's going on? JP Drums, Bob Robertson. Let's see. Sal the 18. We got a lot of people in here now. 46 peeps in here. And there's a lot of comments. So let me go ahead and open one of these. Variant Comics, how's it going, man? Love your channel. Absolutely love your channel. Eris in the house, possible. I don't know if it's Eris. It might be someone else from Variant Comics. But let's open this one. Okay, so the seal has been broken. I've cut the tape. It is Eris. How's it going, man? We're gonna have to, when I move down to Texas, we're gonna have to do some figure hunting or something. Meet up at a show. Oh man, These smell so good too. All right, so here is Leo. I had to open up Leo first. He's the leader. It says careful with the swords. Okay, so it's a Neca figure. I've got my heater on back there in case any of these joints are frozen. I've been collecting Neca for a while now, so yeah, I gotta heat these suckers up. I don't want to break any joints, but you can see right there, there is Leo. Pizza slice, katana, double katana. Looks like a an alternate bandana right there to kind of make it look like it's flowing in the wind. And then 2 extra hands. Bam, bam. So let me go ahead and take him out. He does have a twisty tie. I don't have my little handy dandy. Oh, that cut really easily. So I just used scissors. It was a little metal twisty tie right there. I just cut right through it. Probably dulled the blade there. But I'm really excited to open this thing up. I've been holding on to these. I've had these for a little while now, and I've been waiting to open these up for video so I could do it on video. But you know what? I did it. I got my first one open. Holy moly, these are awesome. These are awesome. So I did pre-order these. As soon as I heard that these were going to be going into Gamestop's system, I actually went to my local GameStop and I said I'd like to pre-order the turtles, and they looked at me like I was like crazy, like they had no idea what I was talking about. That's how early I pre-ordered these things. As soon as I knew that it was going to be a thing, I pre-ordered it. So I was very, very early. The other thing I did was, and this, I don't know, this might sound bad. I love my GameStop that I always go to. They're very reliable. They're awesome people, very nice. But I didn't want to take the chance that maybe they didn't see my name on these 4 turtles and they sold them to someone else that asked for them. So I showed up there the day they got them and I was first person in line. Even though I pre-ordered them months before, I was there, and they didn't call me, by the way. They didn't call me and tell me that they're in stock. I was there waiting at the door, and yeah, I needed to get these. I didn't want to take the chance. Okay, so the joints are stiff. They're a little stiff, but it does have double jointed knees, and it looks like, oh, I'm always like a little careful with these things with NECAs. I love their products. I mean, just look at this thing. Look at that work of art. These are amazing, and they're gonna get more. So what I would do is talk to your GameStop and see if you can maybe pre-order them the second go around and see if you can get your hands on them, because these are amazing. So it's got, this is a ton of articulation. Sorry, this is my first time seeing these in hand. It's got like a joint under the shell, like a double ab joint, it almost feels like. There's a high ab joint up here, and then there's a joint down here. So it, yeah, I mean, you could see him like, let's see if you could see that. See how he's moving right there and right there? These are amazing. These are so cool. The paintwork on them, the articulation. My ankle joints are tight, so right now that's the movement I've got. I don't want to push anything. He does have that ankle pivot. And then that's as far as I can get the knee right now. And that's as far as I can get that knee. But usually what I do, even if the joints are not extremely frozen, when I get a new NECA figure, I actually just hold it in front of the space heater for a little while and just make it all soft and loosened up. And then I start messing with it. So yeah. Oh my gosh. This head, look at the head. How much articulation is in the head and the neck. Look at that, he can almost look straight down. He can't look all the way up, but that is pretty awesome. Look at that. That is a lot more articulation in the neck than I was anticipating. And then he's got the sheath on his back for the katanas. These are really cool. So, 102 people in here. We broke the century mark early on. Thank you to everyone that is in here. For those that are just joining, I am unboxing all of these NECA turtles. This is the first one. I just got Leonardo unboxed. I'm gonna do the figures themselves, and then if you guys want to see more, I can like switch out the accessories, switch out the hands, put the, you know, the weapons in the hands and stuff. But I want to get through all the turtles just to show you what they look like out of box. So there he is. You can see like the little like freckles on his skin, on his legs, turtle freckles. So again, for those that were not able to get these, they are getting more according to Neca. So they're gonna get more. Just don't sleep on them. As soon as you hear that your GameStop is getting that second batch in, get to your GameStop and get them quick, because I have a feeling that a lot of like casual collectors, people that just don't like normally collect figures, I have a feeling that they're going for these, not only because they think that there's a resale value for them, but and there is a set. Yeah, I just saw that question pop up. I believe that they are releasing them as a set. So a set and individually. So you have two shots there. But yeah, so I'm going with Michelangelo next. I'm not going in any specific order, it's just how they were sitting in this pile here. So I'm not sure how much the set is. I just saw that question pop up. If someone has that information, if you could share it in the chat, that'd be great. So here's Mikey. He comes with 2 sets of nunchucks, and I'm kind of interested to see what these nunchucks are like. It looks like a string connected them. I didn't know if it was like a little metal wire or actual string. And then he comes with a slice of pizza. Comes with, looks like 2 thumbs up. And then he comes with the articulated bandana. Once again, I'm going to dull my scissors and cut through this little metal wire in the back. Cuts pretty easily, but I know that I'm doing damage to those pairs of scissors because I don't have my little, I usually have those little plastic cutter things that cut through these like butter. Alright, so here we go. Here is Mikey, and they always get caught up on their feet. Alright, got him out. And I could have sworn that these came with an extra head sculpt, but they do not. I don't know why I thought that, but they don't. So here is, I know that's not the best lighting and not the best camera shot right there, but if you could see that, there is his face sculpt. He's got a little smirk, got a little caffeine eyes going on. I'm checking his articulation real quick, just being very gentle with it. Again, if you get these and you're unboxing them, if you have a space heater, if you have a hair dryer, heat up those joints. I would do that for any NECA figure. I actually do it for a lot of. So Narc said it's $91.99 for the set plus shipping, which is a pretty good deal because I paid $100. So I pre-ordered them, so I paid $5 down, and I think they were 22 or 25 total. So 92 bucks for all 4 is a good deal. JR, what's up? It says I picked them up late night as well. I'm just sitting on the shelves. Bam. So I'm going through his knee articulation right now. So I just noticed something. Let me look at the difference here. I'm just seeing the paint differences in the legs to see if it's actually the same exact body or if they change things up. And it looks like that the molds are similar, but you could see the actual paint itself. So you could see he has more freckles on his legs there. He has not as many freckles, but there's like a kind of dark coloration there in the skin. So there are differences in the paint jobs. It's not the same exact body with just a different head and different like belts and whatnot. What's up, David Rodriguez? So there are Leo and Mikey. Very, very cool. And I'm just looking at differences now. These are so cool. And it looks like my Leo. So one of the things that people have brought up is the fact that Leo sometimes looks like he has wonky eyes. And he has a very intense stare going on. I'm not sure if you can even see that. But what I think people might be thinking are wonky eyes are the fact that he's kind of looking at a slight angle. and his bandana is kind of, it's coming in closer on this side of his face. So it looks like he might possibly have like a lazy eye, but I don't think that's the case. I think that the eyes are painted correctly. It's just the fact of the placement of the bandana on his head and the angle he's looking, because it's not a straight on look, it's slightly tilted. That's why people, you can't even see that. That's why people are saying that it looks like he has wonky eyes. But so there we go. These are awesome. I like the size of these. Very, very cool. I cannot wait for the Target ones that are based on the cartoon. But let me show you the articulation on Mikey here. So again, look at that. He can almost look straight down. That's very cool. I'm never gonna have him in that like pose, but it's just cool that he can do that. And that's about how high he can look. Right now, before I warm this up, that's how high he can get his arms. I don't want to push his elbows any further than how they're going. And it looks like his elbow pad is kind of frozen to the arm. So I just unfroze that. It was kind of sticking to one of his forearm. And that's how much he can bend right now. He does have double jointed elbows. So, oh, I just got it bent a little bit more. You could see right there. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Ankle articulation, a freaking heck of an ankle pivot right there. Look at that ankle pivot right there. So you can definitely get these in some pretty dynamic poses. And then, let's see if you can kind of see it on this one. It looks like two joints, two ab joints right there. Like, it feels like, or maybe that's just his legs. It might just be his legs. He might just have one ab joint. I might just be crazy. But it feels like there's two ab joints, like a high ab joint and a low ab joint, in addition to the legs. I don't know, I might be wrong. But he can like bend down like that, so kind of cool. But there's Mikey. Let me do this now. I'm gonna take a break from, I have two more. I have Raph and Donnie. I'm gonna look at the chat because I have not been looking at it. I've just been seeing the ones that are popping up on my screen. Thank you to everyone that is here, by the way. If you're just joining, I am unboxing these Neca Gamestop turtles. I'm gonna get to the chat, answer any questions, and then also I'm gonna talk about Celebration. So, reaching out to anyone that's on this, watching this right now, who all is going to Star Wars Celebration in Chicago? I will be going. I'm going Friday and Saturday, and they just announced someone that I'm very, very excited to get the autograph of. So the autographs, photo ops, that's kind of the thing to do when people go to Celebration. So the one that I absolutely wanted, I've actually been very super close to him physically at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. If you watched that video when I was there, it was Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, the original Chewbacca, was right next to me. I was in this area where there was all these like life-size props, and Peter Mayhew and his wife came over to me, and there was like a flock of people behind him. So it was really awesome. That was literally within arm's distance of Peter Mayhew. So I want to get his autograph on like maybe a big 16 by 20 picture. And then the other one that was just, I think it was just announced today, Billy D. Williams. I want Lando Calrissian. Oh, Eris is also going to, Eris, you're going to Celebration. That's awesome, dude. So, so yeah, Billy D got announced. So I'm really excited for that because he's going to be in episode 9. And I've always been a huge fan of Lando Calrissian. I just bought the Black Series 6-inch skiff disguise Lando. So I'm really excited to meet Billy D, get his autograph. Hopefully I can find like an 8x10 where he's in his skiff disguise, because that was just my favorite outfit of his. I mean, I like the one from Empire Strikes Back as well. What I'd ideally like to do, and I don't know if I'm going to do it at this show because it's going to get pricey if I start getting a lot of autographs. Ideally, since two people have played Lando, Billy D. Williams, Donald Glover, I'd like to get both of them to sign the same photograph. I think that'd be cool. And then the other idea I had was to also get both actors that have played Chewbacca, because Chewbacca is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars to sign a 16 by 20 picture of Chewbacca. So Peter Mayhew and then Junis Suotamo, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'd like to get both of their autographs on the same picture. So yeah, I'm really excited for Celebration. There's some of the other big names that are there. They announced, hold on, let me look at the guest list real quick. I have it up on my computer. If the site wants to cooperate with me. All right, so Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to be there. She's all that, but he was also the voice of Kanan Jarrus in Rebels. Ian McDiarmid, Emperor Palpatine, is going to be there. Jason Isaacs, who played the Inquisitor, did the voice for the Inquisitor in Rebels. Sam Witwer, who was the voice of Darth Maul in Episode 8. And he was also the voice of the Apprentice, the Secret Apprentice in the Force Unleashed video games. He's there. And then a lot of voice talents from like Rebels and Resistance. Daniel Logan's going to be there, the kid that played Kid Boba Fett. And then a lot of voice actors from Clone Wars. So it's a pretty good guest list so far. I have a feeling they're holding back some of their top name talent. But I'm looking forward to Celebration. And let me know in the comments if you're going to be there. Eris from Variant's going to be there. I will be there. Toy Bill's going to be there. Josh Pence is going to be there. Who else is going to be there? So let me know if you're going to be there, because I'm really excited for it. But let me open up Raph now. Have I seen the Diamond Select Chewbacca? It's freaking incredible. I have not. I have not seen any Diamond Select Star Wars figures. So let's see here. Did I see the Sam and Max figures at Toy Fair? I did not. Narc, did you? If you am I sub to PewDiePie? If not, please do. I am not sub to PewDiePie. I have watched his videos on occasion, but I can't get into like watching someone play video games. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a generational thing. My girls love to watch people play like Minecraft and other video games, Roblox and stuff. I just can't get into it. It's, I find it, I don't know. I don't find it interesting. So I don't sub to any video gamers. And people talk about like famous gamers, like someone named Ninja, whoosh, right over my head. I know that exists. I know that there are people that play video games professionally and apparently make quite a bit of money doing it. But I could not identify them if they walked by me on a street. But that's okay. Again, I think it's a generational thing. I think kids nowadays, youth nowadays, the gaming thing is huge. Esports is huge. So yeah, to each their own. Uber Hulk's here, Hulk Smash. I just opened up Raph, and he feels shorter. He feels shorter than the other turtles, as he should be. I don't think he is, though. Let me see. So there's Raph. Very serious look on his face. Kind of squinty, like that. And I don't know, he feels shorter. So let me put them side by side. He is a little shorter. And he looks like he's a little thicker, too. As he should be, again. They shouldn't be the same exact body style. So there's Leo, and look, he kind of looks a little more thin than Raph. Raph looks like thicker, and more muscular, kind of. Let me check their arms. His arms are bigger, too. So look at Raph's biceps, and look at Leo's biceps. Can you see the difference there? He's been lifting more than Leo. Leo's more lean, and Raph looks just like a tank. And again, he looked shorter right out of the package. Let me look at these again. I mean, he's not extremely shorter. Maybe it's because I have Leo looking up. He also has a bigger head. So look at the heads. I don't know if you could tell on camera. So there's Leo's head. Raph has like kind of like a more roundish head. That's cool though. I thought that it was going to be like the same mold across all 4 turtles, but there's slight differences. Raph is thicker, more muscular, built like a tank, and Leo is like slim, lean. And let me see how he compares with Mikey. So they're about the same size, and let me get Mikey looking. So Mikey has a noticeably smaller head than Raph. You can see right there. It looks like Raph also has a thicker neck. Let me see if that's just the head position. No, he definitely has a slightly thicker neck. So again, I don't know if you can see this, but can you tell the difference there? Mikey has like a more thin neck. Raph has a thicker neck. This is cool. This is really cool that they're slightly different physically, in stature, in body type. That's really awesome. And maybe it's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but I can see the difference in these. So there's Raphael. Probably my favorite turtle because he's the one that I always identified with more. I have a bit of a temper. You probably could not tell from my videos because I don't really have a temper on my videos, but I can have quite a temper at times, especially if I'm playing video games, especially if I'm competing in fantasy football and there's a lot of money on the line. Yeah. So I have always identified more with Raphael. He's always been my favorite turtle. But there's Raph. And I don't know if I showed you his accessories yet, but again, slice of pizza, 2 size, and he comes with the alternate bandana, and then 2 hands right there. So very, very cool there. Again, I'm going to get through all the turtles, and then if you want to see any accessories, if you want me to switch out bandanas or hands or equip them with their weapons, I will definitely do that. But I wanted to get through the entire group of all 4 turtles. If you're just joining me, I noticed that the number watching went up to 122, 124 now. If you're just joining me, I am unboxing all 4 of the Neca Gamestop exclusive TMNT turtles right there. And I've already done 3. I'll go through them again if you want to see them. All I have left is Donatello. But I've noticed a few questions come through on the chat, so I'm going to look at the chat real quick and see what I can see. So Oriole for you, Oriole. Why am I having a hard time saying that? By the way, I grew up an Orioles fan. I grew up in Washington, D.C., so the Baltimore Orioles were my team. Cal Ripken, my favorite player. Oriole for you, at Celebration, are you going to try to go to the discussion panels or just be in line for autographs? You know, I've been talking to Toy Bills about this. Toy Bills went to Celebration in Orlando, and he told me they had a big panel in Orlando with, I think he said it was like George Lucas and like all the bigwigs at that are behind the Star Wars movies. I forgot who all he said was at that panel, but he said that he actually camped out for that panel, just for the panel, camped out for 10 hours. So he was literally laying in a line for 10 hours. I'm not gonna do that. I'll watch the highlights on YouTube, but I will not do that. The longest I'll probably wait in a line is like 2 hours at most. So I'm afraid that if I wait just 2 hours, I'm not gonna get into that panel where they show the episode 9 trailer and they unveil the episode 9 movie name and maybe they show all the freaking new Black Series figures. I'm probably gonna miss all those panels because literally this show is sold out, completely sold out, which means they're at full capacity every single freaking day except for Monday. The only day you can still buy tickets for is Monday. They're totally sold out. So I have a feeling, and I'm not a big fan of huge crowds at all. I don't like crowds. I don't like being like squished like this as I'm trying to look at stuff and walk in aisles. So I hope I have a good time. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get into any of the panels. So long story long, I would love to get into all the panels, all the major panels. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into those things. I'm hoping that they have like televisions in what the name of the convention center, I forgot, McCormick Place. I hope they have TVs and they're shooting it, and I can just like stand where there's not a lot of people crowding around me and just watch it on a TV. That would be perfect for me. So, so there you go. Let's see. Eben 7000, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chris, I didn't. All right, so Van Dan Rosario said, what are your thoughts on Chris Hemsworth being cast as Hulk Hogan for a new biopic about him? When I first saw that headline, I totally thought it was a joke. And I looked at I was like, is it April already? Is it April Fool's? And I did not think that was real. I didn't think that was a real headline. It's interesting, to say the least. I cannot imagine Chris Hemsworth saying, hello, brother. I just can't, like imagine that. So he's a good actor, I guess. I guess he'll do a good job with it. I don't know. Every time I've kind of seen Chris Hemsworth in a movie, he's kind of playing Chris Hemsworth. he's playing Thor, or he's playing himself. I saw the trailer for the new Men in Black movie, and he looks okay in that, but he's Chris Hemsworth playing Chris Hemsworth. Anyway, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see it. And hey, I just got a super chat. Hold on, let me look at that one. Okay, so Mark says, hi from Vegas. Are you half Filipino, Cincy? I am, yeah. On my mom's side. My mom is Filipino. And you said, I remember you telling us your dad bought you a Tauntaun. Go 80s, yes. So my dad actually, my dad passed away, not to make things sad or anything, but my dad passed away back in 2010. He was Caucasian. He is Caucasian. My mom is Filipino, so that's kind of why I look kind of like racially ambiguous. A lot of people don't know what I am, but there you go. I'm half Caucasian, half Filipino. And my dad bought me one of my favorite toys of all time, which was it was a 3 3/4-inch Star Wars Snowtrooper from Empire. So yeah, so thank you, Mark, for that super chat. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So let me get back to the, I still got one more turtle to unbox. I have Donatello, and then 152 people on here. That's freaking awesome. Thank you all for joining. I'm unboxing the turtles. I'll go through these again and show you all these things, but I'm just getting to this chat here and looking through these questions and whatnot. So Eben asked me, what's my favorite toy? My favorite toy, man, I picked up a lot of stuff last year that kind of went towards the top of my favorite list. I don't know if I can specifically narrow it down to my favorite. One of my favorite things in my collection is the Sideshow Tauntaun with Hoth Luke on it. Some of the things I picked up last year, Masters of the Universe Classics Battle Cat, which I'm looking at right now with He-Man on him. The Hulkbuster, the Hot Toys Hulkbuster. The Mark IV in the Suit Up Gantry by Hot Toys. Man, the Masterpiece Megatron, MP10, Optimus Prime Masterpiece. I've got a lot of favorite toys right now, so it's hard to narrow it down to just one single favorite thing. But those are some of my favorites. Let's see. Herman asked me, what's up, Cincy? Great seeing you. Do you collect anything on Star Trek besides Star Wars? No. One of the things that I was actually planning on trying to pick up, if I see it, are the Star Trek Mezco figures. When I first started collecting Mezco figures, those were available, and I kind of kicked myself for passing on those. But Mezco 112 Collective made a Kirk, they made a Sulu, and I think they made a Spock. I'm not sure, but I want those because I have a lot of fond memories watching Star Trek. Not only the old TV show, but some Next Generation stuff, and especially the movies. I really got into like Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock. I loved the 80s movies for Star Trek. So yeah, if I could find those Mezcos, I would be interested in picking those up. Let's see. should I buy the figure? I saw them in GameStop. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. If you're talking about these are a must buy. If you like the Turtles at all, if you liked the movie at all, absolute 100% must buy. Absolute. I really, 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 really hope that we get a Casey Jones because he was my favorite character in that movie. I'd love to see a Shredder. April would be cool. Definitely some foot soldiers, but definitely a Casey Jones, definitely a Shredder. Did I get the 1/6 Toys era cable? Darkness GTR1 asked me that. Spoiler alert, yes I did, and that's actually going to be in the video after next, where I have 4 1/6 scale figures. That's one of them, is that cable. So, and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The likeness to Josh Brolin is ridiculous. It's freaking very, very cool. So I highly recommend you watch that video if you're into 1/6 scale figures. I've got that one. I've got another third party. I've got the Mondo He-Man, which you might have seen in another video. And then I have a sideshow, which if you follow my Instagram, you know what that is. So I'll be going into a lot more detail, showing you some close-up pictures of all 4 of those figures. And that's the video after next. The next video is going to be a big Mezco haul. I currently have, I think it's 6 Mezcos that I have in a haul. And I'm thinking about getting a 7th from Comics to Games. So if you're into Mezcos, you might want to check that one out. I'm showing 6, possibly 7 Mezcos in that video. Let's see. I'm just looking at these. Before I get to this final figure, this Donatello, I just want to see if I can answer any quick questions here that I'm seeing. Do I have the Heath Ledger Joker Hot Toys? No. I used to have it. So there's a few figures that I traded off and regret. Most of the so before just backing up a little bit, I collect a lot of stuff. I collect a lot of stuff. I collect Masters Classics, Masterpiece Transformers, Hot Toys, Sideshows, NECA, Legends, G.I. Joes, Mask. I mean, I collect a lot of stuff. So, and I'm not wealthy. I have a, Mrs. Cincy just called. I have to send her a text because am I live? Okay, so let me quickly send my wife a text because I just hung up on her. I just hung up on her. So, live streaming. Am I back? Okay, it says I'm live. Wow, she is 2 for 2. So she just called again because I hung up on her. Narc's laughing. So, mental note. If you are on YouTube, I just lost like 20 people from the audience. Mental note, if you're on YouTube and you decide to do a live stream, anyone that calls you, and I usually only have like maybe 3 people that call me. Mrs. Cincy's one of them. My boss is another. Tay-Tay is another. Anyone that calls me, I need to let them know beforehand, hey, I'm live streaming for the next hour to an hour and a half. Don't call me, please, because... Let's see if she got the text. She's not responding back, so she's probably pissed that I hung up on her twice. Anyway, I totally forgot what I was freaking talking about. Oh, okay, so look, going back. Good Lord. I collect a lot of stuff. I'm not extremely wealthy. I have a well-paying job, but I have bills and kids, so I set aside money to buy toys and action figures and comic books and stuff that make me feel young at heart. But for the most part, I acquire this stuff by cycling my collection. I take stuff that I've had in my collection for a while that I might have fallen out of love with, and I sell it or trade it so I can acquire new stuff. And it's a cycle. And some of the stuff that I acquire never gets cycled because I'm in love with it. Some of the stuff that I acquire that I was really, really high on it at that time, and then I might have fallen out of love with it and gone towards something else, I'll cycle out. So what's the point I'm trying to get to here? This started as something. So basically, there was it was the Heath Ledger Joker. That's how it came up. Do I have the Heath Ledger Joker Hot Toys? No, because at the time, that sucker was worth like $800. And I think I had invested 150 to 180 in it, maybe 200. 800. So that's like a, what, if my math is correct, a 400% markup. That's just bad business if you don't, because I figured at the time I'll get him again, but I do regret that one because I think he's going for even more now. I think he's going for like $1,000, just something ridiculous, something crazy. But I did see that Hot Toys is doing a quarter scale. I think they're doing a quarter scale Ledger Joker. And I'm highly considering that one. Comics to Games actually has a quarter scale Christian Bale Batman Begins, which I'm also considering. So that's just, there's a little backstory. Is I do cycle my collection out so that I can get new stuff, because I can't afford to buy all this stuff. I'd go broke. I'd be in the poorhouse. Anyway, this is why I can't answer questions on here, because I take a single question and it turns into a huge discussion. Let me see if I can find where I was. Tron XU, do I watch anime and do I collect the figurines? I do watch anime. I watch Dragon Ball Z and I collect the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures. I'm very into those. I pre-ordered the Broly, the new Broly. Can't wait for that one to come out. I still need to find out what happens at the end of that movie, because I've only seen the first 3/4 of the Broly movie. Someone had shared a link online and I was watching it online. So yeah, I watched 3/4 of it and I don't know how it ended, but I pre-ordered that. I have a bunch of Dragon Ball Z SHF figures, which I'll show you in a collection video. I was actually thinking about making episode 300 a collection video. I wanted to do something special. It was going back and forth between two things. It was a collection video, and it was, since it's episode 300, I was going to do a 300-minute live stream, which for those that are not good at math, that's 5 hours. I thought long and hard about that, and after usually an hour, I'm at 42 minutes right now, and my throat's already getting dry. Because I don't drink anything. I should just be drinking and hydrating so I don't like lose my voice and have a dry voice, but I don't think I can go 5 hours. That's just insane. Shout out to Sonic, who provided my dinner tonight. Got the buffalo chicken something. Where was I? Okay. Do I watch anime? Dragon Ball Z, yeah, I collect the SH Figuarts. So I also watch My Hero Academia. I collect the Pops because that's really all that's being made. They made the Ban Presto statues, which are cool. I have the Pops for My Hero Academia. I really wish Bandai or SHF would make My Hero figures. I would buy the crap out of those. Because they've only made one, and it was Figma. Figma made a Deku, which is going for stupid money, like $500 or something crazy. So, and I think they made, like, I think there's a KO going around anyway. So yeah, if they made My Hero figures that were fully articulated, oh my god, I'd be all over those things. One Punch Man, I watched that. I love One Punch Man. Amazing show. And I think they've only done one figure for that in like the 6-inch scale. And that was also Figma. And that was Saitama. So yeah, I want to see more figures from those two properties. They're so popular. Why don't they do more figures for them? But hopefully that long-winded answer answers your question. Let's see. These things smell really good, by the way. If you like the smell of plastic, which I do. It triggers something. It triggers that that sense, like the Pavlov's dog thing, where he smelled the food and started drooling. I smell plastic, and it makes me think of like toys, like when I was a kid and getting a new toy. I could smell that plastic. It was probably lead paint back in the 80s, but yeah, it's a sense thing. That's why people people smell their figures and stuff, because it evokes memories. Let's see. Dragon Ball Super is thumbs up, but Broly movie thumbs down, Hugo Villanueva said. So didn't like the Broly movie. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. The part that I saw, the 3/4 of the movie that I saw. What do I think about the new Star Wars archive figures? Ooh, that's a touchy subject. So for those, and that was Oriole for you. And for those that don't know what he's talking about, one of the things that was revealed at Toy Fair are they are reproducing the old 80s, late 70s, early 80s vintage Star Wars figures on the original card. I'm sure it's going to look different somehow, but it's going to have a huge sticker on the picture, which I don't like. It's an eyesore. And the thing that people are saying is, what's going to stop people from opening it, taking the guns out, the accessories, and putting it on the actual vintage figure? Because for those that don't know, that don't collect vintage Star Wars figures, you can find the figures for the most part for a decent price. The guns, the accessories, are what cost some big freaking dollars. Some of those guns are very, very pricey. So I can see like the guys that sell those vintage Star Wars figures being slightly worried at the fact that people are going to be able to pop these things open, get the weapons out, and hopefully this is not Mrs. Cincy calling me again. My phone just slowed down. Nope, okay. I wonder if she's watching right now. Mrs. Cincy, I love you, by the way. I'm sorry I couldn't answer the call. You called twice. Hopefully you're having a nice dinner right now. I think she is getting tacos because she's in Dallas. But yeah, I got sidetracked just now. Oh, Narc said weapons either floats or sinks. So repro weapons was a big deal because a lot of collectors of vintage Star Wars hate the fact that people started reproducing those weapons. And you can tell a fake or a repro. It's not fake, I mean, it's a piece of plastic. You can tell a repro weapon because I believe they floated on water. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the original plastic from the vintage toys, the gun sank to the bottom of the water in a cup. I'm assuming that the plastic on the retro figures is going to be the same plastic that was from the original figures, and it's going to sink. Now they could... My phone's slowing down again. I'm getting worried that Mrs. Cincy's trying to call. This can all be fixed if Hasbro uses that cheaper plastic and those weapons float. Because then people wouldn't open the packages up and say, hey, it's a real weapon, because it still fails the float test. So I don't know. There you go. Hopefully that answers the question. Hey, Josh Pence. Josh Pence is in here. He said, I think I read or heard that the weapons are going to be a different size than vintage, not 100%. So that's cool, too. So there's an easy way for... I'm sure they thought about all this stuff. I don't think that they would just go in for a cash grab, but you never know. I think they've thought about all this stuff. They don't want to piss off the whole community. Because if you piss off the community, who's going to buy this stuff? Let's face it. These are not kids that are buying these collectibles. It's us. It's adults. I'm sure that 98% of the people that are watching this, 160 people in here right now, you're probably all over 18, I would assume. You're all adults. So these Star Wars figures are not being marketed to kids. These are not being marketed to kids. These are being marketed to 20, 30, 40 older people like us, collectors. So I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but because I lost my train of thought, I guess. All right, so what's my degree in? You guys are asking some good questions here. Bootlega 225. I did not graduate from college. So, giving you a little backstory, I still need to open up Donatello. I'm going to tell the story while I open up Donatello. I never graduated from college. I was in college. I started at Virginia Tech, and then I transferred down to University of North Florida. And while I was at University of North Florida, I am opening up Donatello, by the way. While I was at University of North Florida, I got a job because I needed some money to buy stuff that I liked. I got a job at a little company, which some of you may or may not remember, called America Online. It was basically the first internet provider. And something just fell out. What fell out? A hand fell out. Missing hand. It's somewhere in this area, in this vicinity. So anyway, I got a job at America Online, and that was in 1996 or 7. 7. For those of you that know the history of the internet and the big boom and all that stuff and people getting rich overnight, I started at America Online in its heyday. So they were hiring hundreds of people on a weekly basis. And when I was at America Online, I went from a salesperson to a manager within, I just found the hand. Within like 3 months, I think it was. So I got promoted very, very quickly, and they offered me pretty good money I was 21. Pretty damn good money for a 21-year-old. So I quit school, and I worked full-time, and I've been working full-time ever since. So yeah, you've got mail. Mike says I was at America Online from it was either 96 or 97 to 2004. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy time. I was living in Florida. I was very, very young. I was getting paid very well, having a great time. I lived on the beach. It was awesome. So I dropped out of school, and I have not regretted it, but I kind of wanted to prove my dad wrong, because my dad did not want me to drop out of school. Even with the job offer that I got at America Online, he did not want me to drop out. And I kind of wanted to prove him wrong, that I could make it in life and professionally without a degree. I would not advise that on anyone. I think a degree absolutely helps you out. I don't want to preach or anything or be the guy that gives advice on here. We're talking toys. But for those of you that are maybe in high school or younger, I think it makes sense to get a degree, because someone that's doing one job and another person that's doing the same job, if this guy has a degree, or this guy or gal has a degree, he's going to get paid more than this person. It's just a fact of life. So, I don't know. I don't have a degree. It is what it is. But here's Donatello, and he's got like his upper lip goes over his lower lip. It's awesome. I love how there's so much like character in these figures, just in their like facial expressions, their mouths, and like the looks on their face. I mean, he's kind of got like a real like sarcastic look on his face. I love it. And let me compare two of these guys. All right, so just body styles and stuff. You could tell Michelangelo has kind of a skinnier neck. He's a skinnier build. Donnie looks like he's almost the same build as Raph. Let's see. But he is taller. So let me look at these one more time. So it looks like Donatello and Raphael have the same torso. They're both kind of thick torso-wise. Donatello, it looks like, at least to me, he has longer legs. It looks like the thighs are longer and more slender. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like his thighs are longer and thinner than Raph, who has kind of thunder thighs. He does not skip leg day. He does his quad workout. So yeah, there's little differences in these when you start looking at them next to each other. Besides the differences in paint, the differences in like their freckles and stuff, their little turtle freckles, and like where they have like wear on their skin, just little body differences. Like Raph is the easiest one to tell because he's thick. He's got thick thighs, a thick midsection, and a big fat head. This is why I identify with Raph. He's got a big head like me. And then Donnie, like more slender, thin. He's like Leo, but he's got the thicker upper torso. Pretty cool. Let me go through articulation on this. They're all articulated similarly. So Narc says he works out. Yeah, Raph works out definitely. And maybe Donnie has a thicker midsection because he eats the most pizza. I don't know. But here, let me show you this. So that's like fabric material right there. And the belt, it looks like leather, but it's plastic. It kind of looks like, and like if you just rub your finger on it, kind of feels like leather, but it is plastic. At least I think. I'm pretty sure that's plastic. It's kind of like a rubbery plastic, which is why it feels like leather. And then there's the knee bend. And again, I'm not doing full articulation on these because I have not heated these things up. And for all NECA figures, I usually hold them in front of a space heater and heat them up for a little while before I start messing with them and getting them in like dynamic poses. But there's Donnie. So Donnie, we got Raph, we got Mikey, and where's Leo? Where the frick did Leo go? Oh, here he is. There he is. There's the foursome. Awesome. Very, very awesome. I honestly cannot wait for the Target ones. I really, really, really hope they offer those for pre-order, because I can just imagine a nightmare to get those things. If you know how hard it was to get the Gamorrean Guard Black Series, and some people have never seen that in their store, these turtles, these 2-packs, they're $50, but I think they're just going to go so quickly. But there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat, answer some questions here, and then I will maybe equip these guys. I'm at 56 minutes right now. All right, so how stiff are they? NECA figs always worry me. Bootleg at 225 said that. They're pretty stiff. I'm not going to lie. I mean, they're like, it requires a little bit of force to articulate them. They feel stiff, but again, if you hold them in front of like a heater or hair dryer and just heat up the joints, basically it's just like it's frozen in place from being in the packaging. And if you do it one time and just heat them up, it's good after that. That's the experience that I've had with NECAs. So I would definitely recommend heating them up, making sure all those joints are nice and soft, and then, what's up, Cream City Figs? And then you can start articulating it. So Herman said, I just saw Alita Battle Angel last night. What's your thought on the movie? It's very close to the anime version. And did you get the Death of Superman and the Reign of Superman on Blu-ray? No, I didn't get those Blu-rays. I actually bought Overlord yesterday, and holy crap, that's an awesome movie. Totally blew me away. I had heard a lot of positive stuff about it. If you're into zombie movies, and if you like war movies, like World War II movies, oh my lord. Overlord was freaking incredible. I loved it. I told Kyle, Slapshot Toys, I don't remember another movie that as soon as it ended, as soon as those credits started rolling and the music's playing, I immediately wanted to start it again and watch it again. I think the last movie like that was Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, Overlord was just awesome. I would highly recommend that. The original question, though, was Alita Battle Angel. I liked it. I thought it was good. I would not advise anyone see it in 3D, though. Some movies you can tell were made for 3D. That movie was not made for 3D. There was literally one scene where I noticed it was 3D. Old 3D, where you wear the old like red and blue like plastic glasses. The best way I can explain that is if you're watching something flat, if you're watching like a movie screen and you're watching old 3D, literally the plane goes like this. The plane that you're watching can go like this and come out at you. Things shoot out at you. Alita Battle Angel had one scene that I remember watching it in 3D, and the plane went from that to that. So it came out like that. It did not come out at you like this. So it wasn't true 3D to me. I missed a lot of the really, really cool, complicated, intricate CGI. Because here's, I don't know, it's not a spoiler alert. You see it in the previews. It's a lot of cyborgs. And the cyborgs of the future are insanely detailed as far as the CGI goes. You could see like little wires and stuff going down where necks are supposed to be. And you could see like through people, like through their chest, through their necks. Just the coolest CGI in any movie I've ever seen. So I would definitely recommend it. It is cheesy in some parts. There's parts I didn't like. The relationship between Alita and the main young guy that she's supposed to have a relationship with, it did not work. I didn't feel like... first of all, I didn't like him as an actor. I thought that he felt like he was just a guy reciting lines. I didn't feel like he was a strong actor. But I liked the movie. I liked the action scenes. I liked a lot of the other parts besides that one guy. I can't remember his name in the movie. So I would recommend it in IMAX so you could see all of the beautiful CGI and all the effects. Don't see it in 3D though. Cream City asked me, what autograph am I getting at Celebration? So far, the only two that are must-haves for me are Billy D. Williams and Peter Mayhew. I'm going to work on the original cast of Star Wars, all the ones that I can get first, and then I'm going to go with like some of the other movies that I've liked like more recently. I really like the Solo movie and Rogue One, so I wouldn't mind getting a lot of the autographs from some of the actors from that. Someone mentioned, Mike mentioned Hayden Christensen, bad acting. Yeah, I mean, it was the kid that played that role in Alita. He was, I just wasn't feeling it. So some people might think he's a good actor. I looked on Twitter like immediately after. I'm like, was I the only one that was like super critical of that dude? And it seemed to be a lot of people, like a lot of females, saying that he was very handsome. So no one was really commenting on his acting abilities. And Hayden Christensen, I would actually get it. I want his autograph because he was Anakin Skywalker, and I did like Revenge of the Sith a lot. So I would actually get his autograph on like a 16 by 20 piece like I have with that Darth Maul back there. Rosa Salazar was awesome. Christoph Waltz is freaking awesome. He's great in every movie I've seen him in. Who is the guy that played... Oh, okay, so if you saw Deadpool, Ed... What's his last name? He's the British guy that played Francis in Deadpool. He is also in Alita, and he's awesome in it. He was fantastic. I can't remember his last name, but he's a British actor. Mike R510, you should check out Frankenstein's Toy Show in Southern Cal. So, spoiler alert, I'm planning on being in Southern California for PowerCon. I think it's in August. I think Narc and I are going to be going. We're bringing the families. So, I'm not sure how much time we're going to have outside of that show, outside of PowerCon. PowerCon, for those that don't know, is a Masters of the Universe He-Man convention, which I'm extremely, extremely excited for. But I would like to go to Frankenstein's. I always see it in the videos for YouTubers that are out in California. I'd love to go there and maybe see some of the guys that I watch out there. I'm a big fan of Seha Man. I've been watching him since he's been on YouTube for like over a decade. So I've been watching his stuff for a long time. Sal Imbrolio, the SOs. I'd love to meet up with a lot of guys out there that are in California. And Narc says, let's do it. So yeah, let's do it. What Hot Toys am I selling? I'll send you a list. Nick, I'll send you a list of the ones that I'm selling. I am over an hour. So I was going to try and keep this around an hour. Roundhead Collector asks, where am I moving to? That is the Dallas area. I'm moving to Dallas, Texas. And that'll probably be in the June time frame. But the good news is that my company, at least what they're telling me right now, is they are going to want me to come back to Ohio once a month. So I'm going to be like a part-time resident of Ohio. I'll be coming back up here, going to Columbus. So I'll still be seeing my buds out here in Ohio, hitting all the great stores out here. So I'm not like Ghost. When I leave here, I'll be coming back a lot. Let's see. Whoa! Tay-Tay just came down. She's creeping right there. And that was Willie Bear shaking off. What's up, Tay-Tay? He is really shaking back there. Do you think you will get the NECA Michael Myers figure? No, I'm actually trying to find the Mezco Michael Myers figure. He's sold out in a lot of places, though. I'm hoping that there's like a restock of him because he was not an exclusive or anything. So I'm trying to find the Mezco Michael Myers. Kyle Phillips and I are kind of focusing a lot on non-superhero Mezcos. He got the Ash, and I saw his review, so I picked up the Ash. And then I picked up that Dawn of the Dead 2-pack for him and traded him for something, and it looks great, so I'll probably pick that up too. The other one that we're both thinking about buying is the, oh, I just saw that Josh went live. I thought he went live at 8. Anyway, the other one that we're both thinking about picking up is the Clockwork Orange Alex DeLarge. What is that sound? Oh, Willie's drinking his water and moving the bowl. So yeah, and then I'm also interested in the Hellboy, and I'm interested in the Warriors 4-pack, and I'm interested in the Ghostbusters 4-pack. So basically a lot of the non-superhero Mezcos I'm really interested in. Picked up the Popeye, love the Popeye figure. I hope we get another Popeye-related figure. What's up, Iron Patriot? Let's see. Am I planning on getting... Yes! So Van Dan Rosario said, am I planning on getting the Hot Toys Neo figure? Absolutely. Definitely going to get the Neo figure. I'm also going to get the John Wick figure. What is wrong with that dog? I'm also going to get the John Wick Mezco. But yeah, I'm going to absolutely get... I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan. I'm a big fan of John Wick and The Matrix, so... There's my dog. There's Puppy. So yeah, I am going to get that when it comes out. So the next 2 Hot Toys that I think I'm going to be picking up are the Black Panther from Black Panther movie and then Thanos from Infinity War. I think those are the next 2. And then whenever Neo comes out, I'm going to get him too. Let's see. No C2E2 this year, no. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there because I'm going to Celebration. Is Popeye a superhero? I thought he was when I was a kid because he got ridiculous amounts of strength from eating spinach. Let's see. Tech Chucker, what's up, man? How's it going? How are you still liking the Hulk? Tech Chucker got his first Hot Toys. You always remember your first Hot Toys figure. He got a Gladiator Hulk, which is an amazing piece. I don't know if you could see it in the back there. He's right there. But you'll see that when I do a, I'm going to do a collection video, an updated one, and you'll see that in there. Let's see. I'm probably going to cut this short because I think Pence is going live in like 5 minutes. So jump on over to Pence's page if you want to watch his live stream. Let's see. Tech Chucker says he's loving it, but now I probably need Thor too. That's how it goes, is you buy your first Hot Toy, and then you need another one, and then this happens, and you have a huge collection. We are currently looking at a house in Texas. So Benji Ramorin asked, new nerd bar in Texas. So the house that we're looking at does not have a bar, unfortunately, but it will have a very nice little man area, nerd cave, nerd room. So I will have an area, and the house that we're looking at is amazing if we can get it, but I'm not sure if I'll have a bar, an actual bar. Any difference on the new Ninja Turtles from the bigger version besides size? Are you getting the Karate Kid NECA figs? I'm not sure about the Karate Kid NECA figures because I saw another one, and Narc, if you're still here, let me know what company that was that's also doing the Karate Kid figures. Those looked good. It was a Johnny and a Daniel, and it was not NECA. So, and P-Dog has joined us. And as far as differences between this and the larger version, not really. I mean, it's the same articulation. It's just a smaller version. There's P-Dog.
I want to go in your lap.
Well, I am live right now. Come on, sit up. See these guys?
Yeah.
What are they? Do you know what they are?
No.
They're called Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God.
I know. Let's see.
Where's my text message?
I didn't get a text message from you.
Where's my thing to text me?
This is my daughter. And she is 5. And she'll be in 2 months, 3 months.
I want to be sit now.
So guys, I am at 69 minutes. I have a dog licking my elbow right now. I got 2 kids that probably need to start getting ready for bed.
No.
So I'm gonna call this a video. thank you for joining me. I have 144 people watching. I hate calling these things short when there's so many people watching. But if you want more live stream action, again, Pence is going live here. He might already be live. But that's it for now. Thanks, guys, for...
No, wait.
She probably wants to show the dog.
Come here.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
He needs to show Willie's the dog.
I can get him
Okay.
on.
Can we all say adios?
No.
I'm going to say adios to 136 people right now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Adios.
I hope you guys liked these this unboxing. If you want to see like them with their accessories and stuff, let me know. Maybe I'll post them to Instagram or something, but just let me know. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next